Today we will learn how to frame sentences. Let us know the structures with 3 words. What are those 3 words? Subject, verb and object. In Telugu, we have subject, then object, then verb. Just you frame sentences and see. Then you translate it in English. That is not so in case of English. In English language, we use subject, then verb, then object. With these 3 words, how to frame sentences, let us know. We discussed that verb is very important part of speech, and among all the tenses, the first tense is simple present tense, and normally we use simple present tense. When do we use simple present tense? When we are talking about habitual actions, regular happenings, when we are talking about facts, universal truth, and any great sayings or proverbs, we use simple present tense. So let us know how to frame sentences with these 3 words. What are those? Subject, verb and object. Apart from that, we will learn even agreement of subject with verb also. And after that, we will learn how to make questions and what are positive and negative statements, how to frame positive and negative statements. Those things also we will learn today. And after that, we can learn other words can be added later on. First of all, these 3 words are very, very important in structures. What are those? Subject, verb and object. Let us learn along with examples. Simple present tense is used for habitual actions and regular happenings. Let us see the examples. I drink coffee. This one is my habitual action. Every day it happens. So we have to use I drink coffee. Here this sentence consists of 3 words. What are those 3 words? I happens to be subject and drink is the verb, coffee is object. First of all, we must know what is subject and what is object. The word which comes before the verb is called subject, and the word which comes after the verb is called object. And that subject or object may be either noun or pronoun. In this sentence, first sentence, I drink coffee, here I is first person pronoun, and that is in singular form. When the first person, whether it is in singular form or in plural form, the verb doesn't take S. So we have to say I drink coffee, right? And coffee is object and it comes after the verb, and of course coffee, the word coffee is noun. Come to the second sentence. Mohan sings songs. Here also we have 3 words. Mohan sings songs. Mohan is subject, sings is verb, songs is object. The word songs is object. Here the word Mohan is proper noun. And here we are talking about one person. So we have to add S to the verb. This is what is known as agreement of subject with verb. We will learn it in detail. And then songs. Songs is, of course it is in plural form. We need not bother about object. But we have to see only subject and its agreement of verb with subject. Simple present is used for universal truth. What are the universal truths? We know many things, right? The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. That is universal truth. The earth is a planet. That is universal truth. The sun is a star or a celestial body. That is also universal truth. Here also if you take the sentence, the earth is a planet, it consists of 3 words. Take it as the earth as a whole you take. Don't consider those 2 as 2 different words. Take it as a whole. The earth is one word, that is the subject. Is verb. A planet is object, right? So here we have to think is as main verb. It indicates position. Once we discussed, verb also indicates position. So it tells the position of the earth. And then the sun is a star. Here also the same is applicable, right? Simple present is also used while talking about facts. See, hen lays eggs. Three words are there. Hen is subject, the word lays is verb, object is eggs. Come to the next sentence. Cow gives milk. So same. Cow is subject, the word gives is verb and milk is object. So these are the facts. There are many more facts. What are those? Water boils at 100 degrees centigrade, freezes at 0 degrees centigrade, mammals give birth to babies. All these are facts. When we are talking about facts, we have to use simple present tense. And we have to see the agreement of subject with verb also here. When we are talking about only one hen, then we can say hen lays eggs. When we are talking about more than one hen, then we can say hens lay eggs. That is what is known as agreement of subject with verb. Simple present is also used in Proverbs and Great Sayings. Examples are: honesty is the best policy, a stitch in time saves nine, and there are many more proverbs. Failures are the stepping stones to success. In this way, simple present tense is used for regular happenings, habitual actions, universal truth, facts, proverbs, great sayings. Now let us know agreement of subject with verb. We already discussed the word which comes before the verb is called subject. Now let us see the sentences given here. I or we speak English. Second sentence, you speak English. They speak English. He speaks English. Navya speaks English. Navya and Kavya speak English. What did you observe in these sentences? Let us come to the first sentence, I or we. In this, the subject is first person. Whether it is in singular or plural, we need not add s to the main verb if the sentence is in simple present tense. Come to the second sentence. The word you is used for singular or plural. And if the sentence, if the subject is in second person, whether it is singular or plural, we need not add s to the verb. Come to the third sentence. They speak English fluently. What does they refer to? They refer to third person plural. If the sentence is in third person plural, we need not add s to the verb if the sentence is in simple present tense. But when you take the sentence, he speaks English, here the subject he is third person singular. So we have to add s to the verb. In such sentences, if the subject happen to be third person singular, we have to add s to the verb if the sentence is in simple present tense. Now come to the next sentence. Navya speaks English. Here, of course, Navya, the word Navya is proper noun, right? But we are talking about only one girl. As such, we have to add s to the verb. Navya speaks English. When we take the last sentence, Navya and Kavya speak English, here we are talking about more than one girl. Those two girls are Navya and Kavya, and here Navya and Kavya happen to be the subject and they are in plural form, so we need not add s to the verb. Now let us know how to frame questions and expected answers. Let us see the statement given here. Vishal paints pictures. Suppose if you take that word, that sentence, Vishal paints pictures. First of all, you must know the sentence is in simple present tense. As such, how to make a question for it? For example, if there is no auxiliary verb, what is the verb there? Paints is the verb. There is only one verb, that is the main verb. There is no auxiliary verb. If there is no auxiliary verb, we have to introduce the word do, which is auxiliary verb, for framing questions, right? So, Vishal paints pictures. What is the question which can be found for that? Does Vishal paint pictures? Yes, he paints, or you can say yes, he does. While framing questions, we have to use do or does, and another one is you have to remove yes from the main verb. Vishal paints pictures. Actually, the letter S is added to the word paint, but while framing question, you need not add S to the verb because we have already used the word does. Does Vishal paint pictures? And the expected answer is yes, he paints. As per the sentence, Vishal paints pictures. Now come to the last sentence. Vishal does not paint pictures. If that is the statement, so here the statement is in negative form. This is what you have to observe here. In negative form, again we have to use do forms. As the sentence is in simple present tense and the subject happens to be third person singular, here also we have to add do form does. Vishal does not paint pictures. Or you can say no, he doesn't paint. Now let us observe the sentences given here. 3 sentences are given. My mother makes sweets. Our students write exams well. Third sentence, they don't make noise in class. First of all, you must understand all these 3 sentences are in simple present tense. By seeing the verb, you can understand that. Now, how to frame questions and answers. My mother makes sweets. How can you frame question for that? Does your mother make sweets? The expected answer is yes, she does or she makes. Yes, she makes. Come to the second one. Our students write exams well. How do you frame question for that? Do your students write exams well? Here in the first sentence we use does because the subject is in third person singular. When you come to the second sentence, our students is in plural form. The two third person plural form. When the sentence is in third person plural form, we know that we should not add s to the verb, right? While framing sentences also, you need not add s to the auxiliary verb. Our students write exams well. So how can you frame question for that? Do your students write exams well? The expected answer is, of course, they write exams well. Come to the third sentence. They don't make noise in the class. Here, observe the third sentence. Subject is in third person, plural, and it is in the negative form. The statement is in negative form. How do you frame question for that? They don't make noise in class. How can you frame sentence? Do they make noise in class? So, answer is no, they don't make noise in class. Here also you have to observe the third person is in, the subject is in third person and it is in plural. So, while making negative form, we have to use do form and you need not add s to it, right? They don't make noise in class. Do they make noise in class? These are the things which you have to keep while writing statements, whether they are positive or negative, and how to frame questions. Especially this simple present tense is very important part of speech. While making daily activities also, you have to use simple present only. So make it a habit to write daily activities regularly so that you get habituated to that. Suppose if you want to make daily activities, how do you make daily activities? I wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, then I take bath, I drink coffee, I take tiffin, I go to office. All these things which you use now, all these things you have to keep in mind while framing sentences. Especially this simple present tense is very tough one, and at the same time we use it very frequently. The sentences themselves indicate that they are in simple present tense for habitual actions and all. My mother makes, you need not tell my mother always makes, that is understood. So keep all these things in mind.